Welcome, lovely Virgos, to the Lightroom forecast, and this is your February reading. Not that time is that important here. So we're doing this reading as we head into tomorrow. It'll be a full moon here in Leo. So hopefully you can join me as well for time and tides. So thank you. And let's get into it. We're looking at overarching energies today. We're looking at your choices, challenge, and traits for ease. So let's get some, what's the general currents around the lovely Virgo at this time leading up to, leading up to the full moon. We get the Prince of Wands. I often get so it's a card of will. It's often there's a process going on here, like a synthesis, fire and ice. I often get this as hot and cold, as there's an element of not being fully directional, but on and off, hot and cold, that sort of feeling to it. He is impulsive. Look, I get the word. Look, I don't want to say these things, but I do get the word. He's sort of, can I use the word hornbag as a slang term? Because there is a real sort of intense sexual thing about this. This is just what I'm getting at the moment about this card, about this character. He's very persuasive. Yeah, he's very persuasive. Oops, I just lost my microphone. Got a bit carried away. Is a very persuasive character, but there is a synthesis of sorts, or some sort of alchemizing process going on at the same time, whatever that may mean to you. Let's just get some more cards, and maybe we'll be enlightened a bit more here. So with this Prince, of course he hasn't quite achieved knightdom yet. So there is an adolescent quality about this character, this Prince of Wands. Let's see, choice for Virgo, please. Oh, wow. Speaking of alchemizing and processes going on, getting into the science lab. Choice, we have the transformational card, this beautiful card of death. This is choices about new beginnings, new ways of doing things, new projects, shedding the old, embracing the new, a decomposition occurring. It's all of those things. Often I see this, there is a fission here, of course, but death, it's like a fisherman. But there's definitely a shift, a change going on here. Maybe the Prince is, I don't know. Actually, there's some transformative process happening. Maybe a reinvigorating, because there's a strong sort of there's a strong sexual feeling within these cards together as well. That may be an invigoration in a relationship, or just something new, some newness introduced, new way of doing things. Let's see, challenges here in this transformative period as we lead up to the illuminating and inspirational Leo full moon. Let's get a card for challenges, please, for beautiful Virgo. A card for challenges here at this time. Wow. Yeah, like it's just the sap I feel is rising. So we get challenges here. Well, this is a gift. It's challenging in the sense that, you know, often sometimes we don't recognize this. It's without form at this point. But one would see it will be coming into form. This is the height, the ultimate essence, the spark of intense creativity, an upsurge of inspiration and directed will, creative projects, writing, divine inspiration. This allows this to really fully come in. So we need this. We need this sort of decomposition, this breaking down, in order to be able to receive this gorgeous Ace of Wands. It's quite stunning. It's quite amazing. It's very fiery. It's very sort of sexual. It feels pretty raunchy, just all of this. Look, let's just get the challenge. The challenge has been ready to receive. Wow. All right. So it's divine gift and opportunity. Let's see, traits for ease at this time for lovely Virgo. What traits to embody just to make this a little bit easy flow. This passionate stuff. Let's see. Oh, excuse me, Virgo. So we get 2 cards. It seems to be the way it's happening today. 2 cards popping out. We get, to begin with, we get the High Priestess, the Priestess. It's a beautiful card. No one, the High Priestess doesn't go anywhere, but she welcomes you in. This is a card of going into the hallways, the highways and the byways. If you go along with the concept of past lives or even different points in time during this particular life, we go through the hallways into certain rooms. The High Priestess lets us access new information. It's almost like a whole new way of looking at something. It's certainly a new understanding of something that is already within you. It's a beautiful card, the High Priestess, like the ultimate mother, as much as the Empress. But the High Priestess is the internal, is that intuitive self, is that internal knowing. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked by the glorious nature of this card because we see the veil. we see she is veiled. So traits for ease. And then we get the 10 of Cups with it. This ultimate expression, already satisfied, already satiated. And this card is called satiety. I find that difficult to say that word. So we already see this. This is an addition. This is just, it feels like Virgo breaking down, just choosing to break down one area in order to allow this new force to have somewhere to put some roots in, put some roots down to allow it to come into form. You've already experienced this height of emotion, or maybe, of course, it is something to focus on right now. There's always room for more. There's always room for more. Maybe there's an element within your highways and byways in here, that possibly one wants to reinvestigate and revisit for ease in this. There's comfort in this Priestess. And there's an initiation of sorts within it as well. You know, bathe in this bounty. But as I say, bathe in it. Open up a space for this to come in, and don't whatever you do, don't ignore it. It feels very motherly, you know, like mother love, but also really sexual at the same time. It's pretty amazing. We'll get a journey map card for you and a little star card, general guidance. I hope you find something in this. I know it probably won't, of course, resonate for people sometimes not. But, you know, you get what you get with the cards. But it really feels like, it just feels, I don't know, it does feel very sexual to me. And sacred, like there's a sacred, that's the word, sacred. Welcome it in, whatever it is. Okay, just one card for beautiful Virgos. Too many, just getting too many. Yeah, beautiful Virgos, just one card for this reading, which is, it's pretty gorgeous. It's pretty gorgeous. This really makes quite a lot of sense now that we see. I'm just going to grab a star card. So we've got that journey map there. Let's get a star card to go with it. Wonderful. Somehow, here we see, I know the light's a bit funny, the shapeshifter. The shapeshifter. It's about, if I can say, soul retrieval, the ability to move backwards and forwards through the corridors of time and space, where you find yourself presented, where you present yourself in different form at any given time, because because you can. Everyone is, in effect, a shapeshifter. We present ourselves in different ways to different people. But this is sort of taking it, I guess, looking at it in a far more X-rayed version of the 3D. So we're putting it under an X-ray here, and we're seeing how the shapeshifter, in order to do this, in order to move backwards and forwards through the corridors, the doorways of time and space, if you understand what I mean, we're talking sort of, I guess, abstract stuff, abstract idea, story. We do this, and we can do this, like the High Priestess and the Shapeshifter. The Shapeshifter moves through the High Priestess's domain, as it were, through the Priestess's libraries. And in order to be able to do this, and to understand it without using it in a destructive manner, the shapeshifter has a very, very, very strong internal core, because if you don't, you get lost. You get lost in your own illusions, really. So this is kind of interesting. It just, in some ways, to me, it's quite complicated sort of reading. But to understand one's own inner, to me, you know what this feels like as well to me is a threshold. It's a threshold, and I can kind of relate to this as a woman, and maybe men feel this at a certain age as well. But there's a threshold that you cross. That you, even physically it happens, your body changes. I guess it's childbirth that happens too. But this is something about wisdom, and something about the passing of time, and something about choosing to cross that threshold into this place to just understand a little bit more 360-degree value of yourself. I say value of yourself because in the little star cards here we get, you have opened your door of value, speaking of libraries, hallways and doorways. So take from this what you will, my dear Virgo friends. And I hope you got something out of it. And look, do join me again for the full moon in Leo reading, which will be a bit more of an extended reading this time. So thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Cheers for that. Chin chin.